My name is Alyssa. I think it started recording. Yes, I hope so. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry. God. Today I'm going to be doing a homemade face mask. To me, it's like one of the most luxurious face masks you can ever have when everything that you put in the mask is from your backyard. So, and obviously you live a blessed life if you can have aloe plants. This isn't from my backyard. I put in avocado. I put in local honey that's from like 30 minutes down the road. Fun fact, if you have a spoonful of local honey every day, that naturally is an antihistamine, so that will combat any allergies that you have from the pollen within your area. I'm putting in a flower. I know that sounds absolutely insane, but a lot of people don't know. A lot of people are obsessed with rose water, rose water, rose water. Well, the philosophy behind rose water is that the petals are so soft that is what's going to, the chemicals in the petal, sorry, I got tongue-tied with what I wanted to say. All of that will set into your skin, but it's not just that. If I don't have flowers, because I mean, it's not always summertime, I put in the aloe gives you nice oxygen. I put in leaves. So what else is going to give oxygen directly to your skin other than leaves? You know, there's a lot of products out there that promise to deliver oxygen to your skin. Well, that's why nature gave us plants, and we seem to forget that forests are the most important thing to providing oxygen to our earth. Riveting. So, I'm just gonna break it up into pieces. You can use any flower. It does not have to be rose water. It doesn't have to be specifically roses. We use roses because roses smell beautiful. They grow in abundance. They vary in color and religious reasons. A lot of people don't realize that roses are huge in Catholicism and Judaism. Anyways, also, jasmine. Jasmine will give your face a nice smell. The only problem is there's so little, that's why it's not a popular thing, but oh, the smell of jasmine on a face mask is amazing. Make sure you get in the stems. Most important part. This is what sucks up all the oxygen. It has the best chemicals inside. And then I squeezed in an entire lemon in here. I was going to show you every ingredient bit by bit and be like, 1 lemon, 1 aloe, but then I was like, I trust you guys. I should probably start subtitling my videos so people know, like, in any part of the world what to do, or people coming here YouTube this, they only speak Cantonese, and they discover that they can follow my channel. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, my mom judged me so harshly, but I don't care. I stuck this all in my little stone yo cut mallet. She calls it a molcajete, which is what we call it in our culture, but the yo cuts had their own word for it, which escapes me right now. It tells you how much I paid attention in elementary school, because we studied the yo cuts like crazy and how they would mulch acorns, and they had a process of treatment to get rid of the poisonous bitter part of the acorn and turn it into cornmeal, which is essentially like their form of wheat. And yet, you know, we consider them to be, well, not we, but the Westerners considered them to be primitive savages. Right. Again, most important part of the flour, all going in there. Taking my little handy dandy, not a potato, it's a stone. The first time I saw it, I was like, is this a calcified like potato? It's a stone. And I'm going in and I'm grinding my ingredients. I decided to leave and there I knew it was going to happen, some fell out. I decided to leave the, that's kind of gross, the avocado, not the avocado, the skin on the aloe plant, because I just wanted to get the most amount of oxygen out of it as I could. And obviously anything, the darker the leaf, the more oxygen you're going to get out of it. Leafy greens, I mean, that's why it's the best for our gut. That's why it's good for our skin. You know, a lot of people will drop like $10 on like a rose mask, and then they have like especially Mexican families, like tons of rose bushes in their front yard, and if not, just, I know roses are expensive to buy, like a rose. That's why, now you know why celebs and everybody does those rose water baths or rose petals. That's not just you being like a diva and luxurious. That's them wanting the chemical properties on their skin. But yeah, if you can just snag some from your grandma's front yard or something, you're set. This is actually going to be quite a process grinding all of this up. So it's kind of like, oh, haha, joke's on you. You spend all this money on this expensive, chemically bad for you face mask, and while I'm making this with, you know, ingredients that I have, you know, avocados aren't cheap. Not everybody has flowers in their backyard, I recognize that, but if you can get locally sourced honey, and aloe plants are cheap to plant, cheap to buy, if you can get that on your face alone, oh, that's really going to be a game changer. Most sane people would put this in a food processor, but as you can tell by watching my channel, I live to make things hard. I lived by a different era. I live in a different time, and like me having to adjust to modern times and our modern way of thinking, our hookup culture, bad behavior. It's been rough. It's been a rough journey, but I'm finally finding myself again and finding that balance, because you can't live in antiquated times in our modern world. You can't. People see you as old-fashioned and they take advantage of you, so whatever. Like I said, it's important to grind this up really well. I know it's so gooey. Okay. I'm going to stick whatever I have left in my wheat. I actually, outside of this channel, I'm going to be doing a lot of it myself, but it's important, like I said, to get these leaf petals. So certain flowers like poinsettias, I've heard it said so many different ways. It's actually a leaf. So like I said, flowers are just leaves. You want the soft petal chemicals on your face, but if you can only get, like, the best you can get are some leaves out of your backyard, well then, like, so be it. You're just gonna have to settle with it. But aloe is always good for your skin. I bet you the natives didn't. That was their only form of lotion, is that they extracted everything, and that was their only form of healing, was extracting what they could from Mother Earth. Before I go into this, actually, I realized, because I cleansed my face, but I took an amazing nap, like one that I really needed. I'm actually going to go ahead and do a quick go over before I lose you guys completely. Do a quick go over of what I just did to cleanse my face. It's actually really important. I don't know why I didn't start out the video with that. Some of these videos I really should redo, but I don't. So I took my Clairsonic, my Mia Prima Clairsonic Gentle for the Skin, and I exfoliated my entire face. And for today, I took my Clinique 7-day scrub rinse cream exfoliate. And when I don't exfoliate my face, when I'm not exfoliating my face, I'm using Deep Clean Neutrogena. Typically I like charcoal washes, but as of lately, the past few days, I really need to get back into charcoal. My face has been breaking out, but I've also been really depressed. I have a lot going on right now, so these videos are my outlet. I haven't been changing my pillowcases. Changing your pillowcases it's everything, guys. Like, all that oil, all that everything, your hair, oil from your hair gets on your pillowcase. You have to change out your pillowcase like every 2-3 days if you want to keep a beautiful complexion going. So admittedly, that's been my problem. Yeah. Another thing that I did want to go ahead and do a video reviewing, I completely forgot about this. I have my next video, not this one, but the video coming after this. I want to do a nice face mask, and then I want to go ahead and extract my skin, like the nasty pores from my skin. or the nasty blackheads, I'm sorry. The reason why I was gonna originally extract and then do this, I don't like clogging up my pores with masks. Yeah, this stuff is really good for your skin. It's really moisturizing, it's really hydrating, but the number one thing you want to do after you extract all of your pores is literally just let your skin breathe. And this is providing oxygen and stuff to your face, but the honey, as good as it is for your face, lemon's great for scars. Lemon's great. Any acidic is good for your face, particularly lemon. It's always best to ingest it, but if you can apply it directly to the face, it will rejuvenate skin cell growth and it will help with scars. So there's an entire lemon in this mask, and it's good to put on your open pores, but I just I don't want to take the risk. So, and I've discovered that the best thing to do when you extract your pores, and I bought something for it, which I'll review in the next video. I have a couple of pore extractors, but I also bought that tool that sucks out, that usually you get with only a facial, sucks out any clogged pore that you have, so you don't have to use nose strips, which I do. You typically use charcoal Biore nose strips. But I can't get the area around my lip. It's so delicate, and this machine gets it right out. Like I said, that's what I get for doing the matte liquid lipstick. Yeah, that stuff's real. Do not try and line your lips with that. You never see many tutorials of that, but it's it dries and it solidifies and it clogs up your pores. Anywho, let me go ahead and go into what this mask by the very end should look like. So I keep these little jars. These are like my little mason jars. It should look like this, and you just want to rub it on. I'm going to make an entire batch of it, stick it in the fridge. Again, I know that some of you guys are like, whatever, I have my Lush products and they work, because Lush is amazing. Lush is all organic, all natural, all ethically sourced, I believe. I could be wrong. Especially like the almonds that they purchase. We are in an almond craze right now. A major almond, like the almond industry is what everyone should be in right now. Between almond milk, the almonds we export and consume, and the almonds that we put in Lush products for scrubs, which is better for the environment and for the sand than micro plastic beads. Just FYI, if you have certain toothbrush whitening toothbrush brands that use micro beads, toss it, because that goes out and it replaces sand and it ruins the oceans. It's ruining the oceans right now. So just, oh my god, a little bit of this goes such a long way. And it smells amazing. I'm literally applying it with a petal. When I was a little kid, my cousin, shout out to Desiree, they had a bunch of, and they were dirt poor, but Mexicans always have rose. You guys already know, can attest to it. And even in my local city, we have an entire fountain that has rows of rose bushes, different colors. She picked a bunch of roses, crushed up the petals, added water, and put them in a container and said, I made my mom perfume. And I thought it was so intelligent because it smells amazing. And that's the concept of rose water. You know, I was spraying rose water on my face every day, and it's a historical beauty trick. You know, like I said, roses serve a religious purpose. In a lot of cultures, I saw a noticeable difference. I really, really, really did. I mean, it was great. So this will last me, I'll probably wind up tossing it, to be honest with you. This will wind up an entire lemon, half of an avocado, 1 flower, a spoonful of honey, and just a sliver, like half of the spine, the leaf of the aloe. I cut the tip because it was going bad, so like that much aloe from your backyard. If you don't have a plant, buy one and invest in it and plant it in your backyard. I don't have to maintain my aloe plant at all, but when I first planted it, I did do this. I lied. Whenever I'd get coffee grinds, I would I have an espresso machine. I would put the coffee grinds in as a fertilizer just to get it going. And now it's so big. It has a giant flower coming out of the middle. That I wonder, I don't know how they harvest agave. I'm Mexican, but I should know that. But I know agave does come from, I'm rubbing what's left over a little bit into my hands. But I know that agave comes from aloe plants. A lot of people don't realize, like, I have rough hands. I always have, ever since I worked at a grocery store and we worked with paper bags, and someone told me there, it's true. She's like, once you work at a grocery store, Alyssa, your hands are never the same, especially bagging. Paper bag, paper, I mean, like, your hands were just miserable by the end. A lot of people don't do hand masks or neck masks, but let me let you in on a little secret. Whenever I cut up an avocado, I take the back of it. My students were actually students. I am not supposed to say my students, I guess, as a sub. I was critiqued for that the other day. But to me, they're mine for the day. Sometimes I'm like, oh, like when you have a bad kid and you're like literally a bad child, and they're like, can I give you back? Can I hand you back to your parents now? This is why I don't want to have kids, because of you. I was probably that kid from time to time. They were laughing at me because I eat avocados for lunch. I'll just cut it open and eat it. I took the back, like whatever's left of the peel, and I rubbed it on my hands, and then I rinsed it. Rubbed it on the back of my hands really well. Rubbing it on your hands really makes a world of a difference. Like, just everything we need, we're given in nature. If you don't put it in your body, you put it on your body. Granted, who has time to do this and who has the resources, and is it always summertime? No. That's why the brand Lush is called Lush. It's imported from lush places like Mexico. Who has, shout out, they have the most beautiful jungles, beautiful beaches, and I hope they can preserve what they have. Mask of Magnanimity. Face and body mask. See, don't mask the spots. Mask of Magnanimity them. Face and body. So things can go on your neck. Lush, shout out to Lush. When it's the dead of winter and I don't have time or these options, or I get turned in 5 of these, I get whatever fresh face mask that they have, and I use it. And they're fresh, so they expire within the week, just like this. If you're busy, you don't have time, you just don't want to, Lush is always a substitute for me when I'm poor, like now. And I have these resources and I have the free time. What I like to do is have a nice weekend to myself. I think I'm going to tailor my blog to make it like single gal beauty blog, because I'm like crazy depressed and like super single, and I'm trying to take care of myself and treat myself, and that's by using masks like this. Again, take care of your hands, take care of your face, drink wine. I've never tried the wine masks. I know they're popular. If anyone wants to leave comments below and say, hey, wine masks work, I just can't not drink it. So I saw at Target there were like these like wine little wipes. They're on clearance, so I don't know. I saw that today. Anyways, thanks for tuning into my channel. I will do more fresh face masks upon request. I think a lot of people know this stuff. I can do like mud masks, whatever, like any ingredients that you guys want, anything you have to offer, any tips, anything, please comment down below. Any skincare routines, your favorite Lush products. My favorite Lush products, I think I'm going to do a video review of my favorite Lush products. You can never really go wrong. Early Lush had some products I did not like, but they got rid of all of them finally. So I think they're kind of starting to fine-tune what's good and what's bad, because people are not going to buy their products if they're bad. Now their makeup, everything's good. I have their makeup. I'm gonna do a haul on their makeup. Yeah. Happy Memorial Day weekend, and thank you to all the veterans who've lost their lives. You know, this weekend's not all about sales. Thank you to all of the veterans who've lost their lives. Namely, if we all knew anybody who died in Iraq from our generation, thank you, Luke Hopper, for giving your life for our freedom. Peace.